Aitah for wanting to dump my boyfriend because he gave away patches from my backpack. I've been together with my boyfriend Jacob for half a year now. We met through mutual friends about 2 years ago. Jacob is a very laid-back guy. Maybe that calm demeanor was what attracted me to him in the first place, given that I tend to struggle with quite a bit of anxiety, and the past 6 months had been fun and without incident until now. I thought Jacob was a caring and thoughtful person, and I really saw a future with him, but now I'm reconsidering it all. For some context, I have a backpack entirely covered in patches. Before this happened, I had about 35 patches sewn onto it. It's a project I started when I was 14 and needed a backpack for high school. Over the years, I collected patches from all the shows, concerts, and plays I attended, from when I studied abroad and visited new cities and museums, as well as gifts from friends and family. When I turned 20, the bottom of my backpack ripped out, so I bought a new one and carefully transferred every single patch over. It might seem silly, but a lot of my personal history and favorite memories are literally sewn to that backpack, which I carry as a purse every single day. Last Wednesday, Jacob and my place were hanging out watching Netflix with two mutual friends. My living room is much larger than his, so we tend to hang out at my place. Because I had to work early Thursday morning, I went to bed a little earlier and just told Jacob to lock up before he came up to bed. The next morning, as I was getting ready for work and went to put some things in my backpack, I noticed it was missing patches, 11 to be exact. I immediately woke Jacob up, basically in a panic, asking what happened. He told me with total nonchalance that he had invited 3 of his friends over after I went to sleep because they were bar hopping nearby. At some point, one of them saw my backpack sitting in the living room, said it was cool, and wanted one like it. Jacob's response? He told them they could have some patches if they wanted. Just like that, they cut 11 patches right off my bag with a pocket knife, leaving holes. I was livid. I still am. I can't really describe how betrayed I feel. A few of those patches were gifts from my dad, who passed away last year. He always loved helping me find new patches and even bought me 3 limited release ones that are now very expensive and difficult to find. All gone. I also had a patch my dad bought in 1994 that he let me have, plus patches from my study abroad trip. I am completely devastated. I'm not proud of my reaction. I lost my mind completely. I screamed at him, asking what the hell he was thinking and how he could possibly do something like that. I demanded he call his friends right away to get every single patch back. He said he would for the ones for my dad, but it would look too bad for him if he asked for the rest back since they didn't mean as much. I asked him directly if he cared more about looking like a jackass to them than he cared about me. He hesitated, I exploded with rage, and I told him to get the hell out of my house immediately. I messaged the people I knew were over on Facebook, and one of the mutual friends responded. He brought my patches back Thursday night. He admitted he thought it was weird that Jacob offered them, but just went along with it at the time, and he apologized. So now I only have 9 patches missing. I know it sounds absurd, but I feel physically sick over this. When I texted Jacob the next day about getting my dad's patches back, he just replied with total passivity that he was going to contact them over the weekend. What is the point of waiting? I talked to a couple of close friends about what happened and told them I wanted to break up over it. They both saw this as an overreaction and told me I should let it go and just get more patches. Everyone seems to think that because patches are cheap, I shouldn't be so upset and should just forgive him. I need to know if I'm overreacting. Maybe I was being hysterical when I confronted him, and maybe I didn't handle the situation in the best way. But he hasn't lifted a finger to fix the problem. He's just stalling. I don't know how I'll ever be able to trust him again after such a massive lack of respect. And before anyone asks, he absolutely knew what that backpack meant to me. About a month into dating, he asked me to give him the backstory to every single patch, and he's seen me carry it every single day. Update, August 10th, 2026, 10 years later. Responding to the top comment for visibility. Turns out this was me. I'm surprised I could still log into this throwaway account after all this time. Through the course of everything, I learned a fundamental truth about my ex. Jacob wasn't a laid-back guy. He just didn't give a fuck. Those are 2 very different things. I did end up getting all of the patches back. A few people were very apologetic and immediately went out of their way to return them. A few others I had to confront in person at their homes. accompanied by a friend. Looking someone in the eyes and saying, "You have a patch on you that my dead father gave me when I was 14, worked remarkably well." Practically all of them blamed my ex. And that's fine, I blamed him too. My ex was never capable of giving a sincere apology. He just wanted me to stop being mad without actually lifting a finger to fix anything. Back then I was very passive, but I don't think I had ever been as furious in my entire life as I was in that moment. I went scorched earth and told everyone what he did. He was mad that I aired him out, but I didn't care. If he didn't want people to know what an asshole he'd been, he shouldn't have done it in the first place. A few of my friends apologized for taking his side initially, though things in that social circle were never quite the same after that. Months, maybe even a year, after all of this went down, my sister and I were clearing out one of my dad's storage units. We found one of his old backpacks, nothing special, just a plain JanSport. I cleaned it out, made it my new base, and I still use it to this day, and I've already added plenty of new patches to it.